Did you lose any respect for Denzel when he said that there's a kissing scene that was taken out of Gladiator?
I'm still blaming that on AI.
It's the face. It's the face. Hey, yo, we gonna blame it on AI. Hey, yo, what's happening, people? It's your boy Blaze here, back to you with another one here for Venomous Reactions, and today we got ourselves a different type of reaction here for you. And this is featuring Omar Gooding on the whole Darius McCrary and Sidney Starr scenario. I mean, I don't want to read the whole title because, yeah, the title is kind of long. Pause. But man, Omar Gooding, he's a character, man, and I cannot wait to hear what he has to say about this whole scenario. Because if y'all been alert, yeah, good old Eddie Winslow and Sidney Starr have been getting kinda close lately, and it's starting to raise a few eyebrows. So yeah, this is gonna be either insanely hilarious or off the rails. Either way, I'm gonna enjoy it. So without further ado, let's get into it. Yes, sir.
And they were like, Omar, we got to talk to you about this script that's coming up. I was like, all right. And they're like, oh, so listen, it's you and the smart guy. Listen. I'm like, all right.
All right, damn, I'm listening. Oh man, this is gonna be insane.
Real life street star. You know what time it is.
Sidney Starr.
You know who she is.
Yeah, when you see the Sidney Starr Darius situation go down.
What was it? You got to brief me on it. Was it?
Yeah. And like it's getting more hot and steamy, it seems.
It's scary,
and it's like,
bro.
do you feel like that? Do you feel like, because you're in Hollywood, do you feel like that's real publicity, or like just from you as a Hollywood insider just watching?
Yeah, I don't know. It's scary as man. You got to look at the Adam's apple. You got to get medical history. You got to. It's tough.
He paid for she says he paid for the full procedure to kind of go.
Oh, well, God bless him. To each his own. I can't. As long as he ain't sitting there going, I didn't know, then you fine. You know what I mean? It's. Look, man, because I know what y'all getting at, and there's men and there's women, but there is an in between. It's weird. It's like. You see some boys
insanely it is weird
about this shit. Like, we knew he was gonna be gay since he was young. I was like, what do you mean you knew? Some niggas just act feminine. That's it. They grow out of that, and some don't. But there's people on the front line, and there's people that aren't. There's ones that you just get into the battle, and there's some that are kind of a little timid, but maybe they're smarter, maybe this and that. The Y chromosome and all that. If I was smarter, I can articulate this a little bit better, but I've been drinking. What I'm saying is, some men are more men than not. Some women are more feminine than not.
I mean, that's one way of looking at it. I mean, you do have men that's more masculine. Then you got females that's more feminine, and then you got some cases where the roles are reversed, and it's scary to think about, but that's the reality of it. So I get what he's saying, but honestly, he's articulating it very, 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 very well. Despite drinking and whatnot.
That middle, there's not a world where I, the man that I am, can do the things that other men can do and say that they're straight. Because I'm not that type of man. It's just acting. Kiss him on the lips. If I actually kiss him on the lips, it's not acting.
You ain't lying though.
What the is acting? I'm actually kissing a man. If I'm and I've happened a lot. I'll be in a hotel by myself. I'm watching the show. What's about?
It's about to take a turn.
By myself.
Yeah,
I'll just watch and be like, it's cool, nobody see me. my stomach literally, and I'm just saying this just to be funny, but it's like, I'll be like, like, the men that can't do it are just different types of men. They just are. Maybe
that's
like,
true.
Can a guy kiss a guy and be straight and go home and have kids and all that? I'm like, not this type of a guy. I can only talk about me.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Did you lose any respect for Did you lose any respect for Denzel when he said that there's a kissing scene that was taken out of Gladiator?
I'm still blaming that on AI.
It's the face. It's the face. Hey, yo, we gonna blame it on AI. Yeah, it's on AI. We gonna stick with that story, but it's the face he made. Yo, he is a fool, and I love it.
gotta blame
So
it on
I'm
that.
media. And he was like, yeah. The only thing I think about, I'm a movie buff. So Godfather. Godfather 3? 2? 2. Fredo. Yeah. When he grabs Fredo, kisses him in the mouth, it's like, I knew it was you, Fredo. Not one human was like, oh, he gay. What he explained was he kisses this man in the mouth and then kills him. You go, oh, that's deep.
That's it.
But the proverbial kiss goodbye.
So like Jake Gyllenhaal, Brokeback Mountain. Do you look?
Never saw it. You know what? I got an argument. I got an argument with. This is funny. I have to look at the women. Y'all got women here.
Yeah, you gotta focus them.
I got to shout out one of my favorite co-stars of all times, Golden Brooks. We did this series called Saturdays. Only won one season, but it should have won way more. We had great chemistry. I feel like I've known her forever because she's just such a cool person. And we were talking, and we were talking this type of shit. So I know we went out to eat somewhere, and a person came over with very long nails, and she knew who the type of person I am. And she was like, oh, girl, your nails, and he's Then she goes, yeah, Omar likes them too. And I looked at her like, girl, don't you start no shit. And they even looked at me and just was like, okay, and then, walked off. And she's like, what's your problem? I said, no problem. It's just, you knew by doing that what you was doing, so knock it off. I'm fine. I'm cordial. I have many, I won't say many, but I've worked in this industry around plenty of gay men, and none of them have crossed the line.
He's seen it all.
Because they know, I think. I shouldn't say it like that. Maybe they weren't attracted to me. I don't know how that works. But the point, however that goes, it's a mutual respect. But even like this guy who's like all feminine, he's all me, he was just like, okay, what do you want to eat? Okay, bye. And then walked off, right? But she was trying to explain Brokeback Mountain to me. She's the same thing. She's like, you didn't see that movie? And I was like, no. She's like, nigga, why? And I'm like, because I can't watch something like, I said, so I started asking her about it. I'm like, did they kiss? She goes, oh, yeah. And I was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, well, she's like, and obviously they aren't gay. And I was like, I don't know what obviously means, but whatever. And then she was like, no, and they get to like doing this and that. I'm just like, come on now. Come on.
Yeah, that's fine much.
Point. It was all about the feeling of men, and they were just like in a relationship. I'm just looking at it going, whatever.
Yeah, like no need to break it down like in full logistics and whatnot. I got the gist of it. Just please, just stop talking about it, please. Cause I haven't had dinner yet. And already you're about to ruin my dinner for me. Just stop, please. Oh, I was like, oh, bro. Yeah. You know what? I quit. The
point they were trying to make, no. Use it with horses and voiceovers or animation or something. Why you gotta have two actual men? You know what I mean? Use it with some puppets. Like, why? Yeah, then we could be like, oh, this is entertaining. Oh, it's just puppets. But I want to see that. I don't know. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is that for me, I don't, when, this is interesting. My mom, wow. My father's brother was gay. My father was the most man you've ever met. You're like the most manly alpha male. Just what? And him and my uncle fell out. Probably because of that. Neither one went to each other's funeral. He didn't go to his, and then he died later. But I didn't speak to him because he didn't speak. My uncle stopped speaking to me because my dad stopped speaking to him. Just some. Be careful. Certain type of acting type of way. You know what I'm saying? So my mom was super hard on her sons. Like, I don't want them to be gay. They might follow after this. That's just how her thinking was. And I was always just like, you slept in your own room and 2 weeks old. I'm like, that is neglect. Ain't that strong? It tells that story proud. He had his own room in 2. What the fuck? In weeks? That was a bitch.
Damn.
But of that fear of thinking that it's something you can do that'll turn you a certain way. And I'm like, it's either in you or it's not. That's just how I feel. Because there's not enough conversation that make me go, you're right. Let me kiss this. There's not enough things I can see to go, that makes sense. Now my stomach won't turn when I do this. And it's just me.
Yeah, ain't enough conversation in the world for that one. I mean, you would be talking for days, weeks, months, trying to decipher that. But it happens. It's like you cannot be programmed to be a certain way. I mean, you have to be, you either have to be or not. I mean, there's no gray area. I mean, I love the way that he's breaking it down, though. So, yo, he dropping gems. I ain't gonna hold you.
Me, like, I don't know what that translates from. If there's a therapist that can get it out of me, I don't want it.
So, what about, well, the men who want the opportunity or they want the bag, and that bag or that opportunity comes with that. And they just was like, well, I'm just trying to get this opportunity out of this bag.
This is why I keep trying to say it. I mean, maybe you more man than me if you could kiss a man and then be fine with that.
Right.
And then still go back. Maybe you more. Maybe that's where I'm at. Nope, I can't do it. I just can't, and it's weird. I don't like long hugs. Nigga, get off me. But my message is there's not a situation where you have to do anything, bro. Stay black, die, that's it. There's no, I had to, I was gonna miss what? Yeah. What was you gonna miss? There's something else later for you. Maybe it wasn't meant. God has a plan for all of us. We just either follow it or we don't.
I love that response. Like, I mean, if that opportunity has to come with that to where you feel like you have to compromise everything you believe in, I can't do it. I can't do it. I mean, I gotta stay true to myself. I gotta stay true to who I am. I mean, granted the fact I will have to pass up a bag for that, but there's gonna be a greater bag later on down the line. So if you miss out on that opportunity, another one's gonna be knocking at your door. Something that's not gonna compromise everything that you believe in. And I believe that wholeheartedly.
Deviated or we don't. Deviate from the plan or we don't. We get there later, but it's not gonna be like, well, shit, my plan was to be a child star. No, that's not. This plan ain't gonna for you to win at 2 years old, nigga. Then you Gerber baby, that was it, nigga. That's all you get.
So someone like Omar off the wire, who is a stone cold killer, but he plays a gay role.
Yeah.
Let's say for you, there's not a gay scene in it, but you're a gay killer. Would you be like, okay,
that's a pretty good question.
Yeah,
so I gotta touch no.
Yeah, you ain't gotta touch it, but you gotta close the door with a nigga in the bed. You close the door like, yeah, you insinuate.
I'm in the bed with him?
No, he in the bed, you close the door like, nigga.
He's in the bed.
Maybe I didn't watch The Wire. He never kissed nobody.
He did.
Oh,
I'm painting a different role for him.
Next question.
Next question, please.
I turned down some scripts where I read and I went, wow, this is a movie. This would be this. He laying in bed with the nigga. Nah, nigga.
Next.
Like, you're just laying in the bed. Now, this is deep. So when I did Smart Guy, they came to me, again, I'm like 20 to 24, 20 to 23. Anyway, I'm 20-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, Omar, we got to talk to you about this script that's coming up. I was like, all right. And they're like, so listen. It's you and the Smart Guy. Listen.
Okay.
Like,
where are you going with this?
Me and the Smart Guy, what? They're like, hear me out. So you're gonna be in class, and there's gonna be a class project that 2 people have to take home an egg. And the 2 of you guys are partners. So you take home the egg and you raise it like it's a child. But the humor is he acts like he's the dad and you act like you're the mom. And I'm like, okay.
Oh,
and
I
they're
remember
like,
that.
we're gonna come with these scenarios.
I
where we
remember
watch
that
it.
episode.
It's hysterical because I don't ever have to be feminine. Obviously, I don't have to put on lipstick. I don't put on a dress. None of that. I just have to react like the mom in the scenario would react, as opposed to how the dad would react.
I remember that episode vividly, and it's true that he really didn't have to be feminine to do that episode. Like he would just have to have like, you know, the mentality of how a mother would react. So I remember that vividly, and if they would have put that into the script, it was like, yeah, I don't know, I may have to miss out on this one. So I get what he's saying.
And I said, let me see the script. And I read the script, and the script was funny. But it wasn't nothing that I had to do, but they were so nervous. They were just like, oh my, it's not going to
I don't know how you're going to react to this one.
But if you see it, go find the episode, and you'll see it. You'll see it. Very tasteful. It wasn't nothing. I don't, you know, you had the lipstick, the dress. That's just, it's emasculating. Why? And it's confusing to our children. It's just so many things. And again, I got so many reasons why it's not for me. Most of all is I wouldn't do it justice. I would offend them more than anything. They'd be like, what the fuck?
I didn't do it. You were horrible.
You put me in this, yeah, bitch. They're like, yeah. That's no.
Like, oh, no. Oh my God. This was hilarious, but I get where he's coming from, and like, yeah, the whole reality of it is kind of skewered and so confusing. And I like that last little bit when he brought up that episode he did on Smart Guy, and honestly, that episode was hilarious. And if you haven't seen that episode, if you got Disney Plus, man, look it up. But I like the fact that he touched on the fact that it's confusing the children, and is basically throwing more confusion into the fire, if that makes any sense. And I love the perspective that he said that, you know, basically you either are or you're not. I mean, you can't be programmed into that mentality. It's either you are or you're not. But yo, I always have to say he can articulate his words very, very well. And I hope to see more interviews with Omar Gooding, because bruh is actually highly intellectual when you really think about it. And I want to know what y'all thoughts are about this whole matter. Not only the whole Eddie Winslow, Sidney Starr scenario, but just this whole interview in its entirety. Yo, did he touch home or what? Yo, let the comment section have it. And as always, thank y'all for tuning in. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this one. And don't forget to tell your peoples across the globe. Cause kicking with your boys is one good solid time. And you already know what to do next, my peoples. Follow your boy on social media right over yonder. And this is your boy Blazing saying check the deuce. And I will see y'all in the next video. And I'm out.